pre-sale article down. That one article that I'm showing you, this one article here, is literally worth millions of dollars to us. You just need one piece of content that hits a nerve. It may take you a bunch of them, but if you get one, it can be so valuable. So, there's the baby. Listicles. This is my favorite. Top 5, top 10 tips. People love listicles. I would do nothing but listicles. Frankly, it's all we do. We don't do any of these other pieces of content. I just want to give them to you because we have done them in the past. Right now, all we run is listicles. So that's a list. You can go to zergnet.com and you can see a million listicles that are shared all over the net. Zergnet.com, search for your category, you'll see all these popular pieces of content. You can do case studies like the one I ran for the Pinterest webinar. That was a case study. Case studies work really well, before and after, that kind of thing. Especially for SaaS products, especially for information products. Case studies are phenomenal. Personal stories, you know, the one for me on that Pinterest one was actually a personal story combined with a case study. The listicle that we're running right now is a personal story combined with a listicle. So if you can get some personality in there, then that will be helpful. Before and after articles are great as well. Instructions and how-to, I'd say, are like sort of the last ones you want to do. You see that right there? Do I got a little clicker on here? No, I don't have a little, no laser. That's the Dipsy Doodle baby. All right? Things are serious. Nobody breathe. Ready? All right. Pre-sale needs to relate to the problem that your product solves. If the pre-sale article is about cats and you're selling a juice cleanse, it's not going to work, right? The pre-sale must relate to the problem that your product solves. Honey, would you give me my phone, please? I got some notes on there I want to look at. Thank you so much. The Dipsy Doodle pre-sale article best practices. How do you write one of these things? Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you. 500 to 1,000 words work best, we have found. 3 or more unique images. Don't use images like the ones I got right here on the thing. That's why I'm showing that. It's like, that's what not to use. Don't use that. Take a picture on your iPhone. It's going to do better. Multiple calls to action layered through the article. Thank you. Oh, that's a cute bag. Is this yours? Yeah. Where'd you get that one? Oh man, that place is cool. Check this bag out. Super cute. Multiple calls to action. Okay, on the article. So you don't want just one call to action at the bottom. You want multiple calls to action throughout the article. If you email me, Ezra@smartmarketer.com, I don't know if it's in these slides, I can give you a link to all of our best pre-sales. So you can, like, you know, use the layout and stuff. Also, the other thing I forgot to mention is we've split tested the heck out of pre-sale pages. We built a pre-sale engagement page into lead pages based on all our best split tests that we sold in this $2,000 course that I will give to you guys, but you must prove to me you were at Converted 2015 somehow. You can maybe shoot a picture of your badge if you email me, and then I'll give you that. But it's like, you know, it's a product that we currently sell, that we will continue to sell to people who were not here. And we should cut this out of the recording, whoever's doing that. But I'll give that to you guys. Video content helps if you got it. Incentivize with a discount. What we're doing now on our pre-sale engagement page is click this link to get 25% off this product on Amazon. Click it. Lead box pops up. They get their email address on the pre-sale page. We're testing that now. We don't have conclusive results on that. Bolding and bullets work really well. Long-form call to action at the bottom of the page. Behavioral response, cross-selling and upselling. If they bought X product, put them on Y automation sequence. If they bought Y product, put them on X automation sequence. If you're not doing at least that, you are losing out big time. Based on the product they buy, you must have a dynamic follow-up sequence that cross-sells people other products. And how do you cross-sell them on the back end? The same way you sell them on the front end with a pre-sale engagement article. You email the people who bought one service a case study that alludes to the solution that is another service you have. You use content to sell on the front end and the back end. This is how we're doing so well. Is we're using behavioral response, dynamic upselling, and you can do stuff like people who opened and didn't click, send them X message. People who only watch 25, 50, 75, 100% of the video, communicate with them this way. Here's an interesting thing that we found, and this is to past customers, right? They open, they click, they only watch 25% of the video. We're like, oh, these people don't watch video. Send them a PDF of what's in the video. Super sweet little trick right there, you guys. This is huge for us on the back end. I don't know if you realize how crazy that is. Can I get a growl for that one? That one is crazy. What is that one? It's crazy. I'm telling you. You're telling me now. Well, who was that? Was that you, Patrick? Was that the guy next to you? Oh, Patrick, man, I thought we were getting somewhere. Come on now. Patrick, but at least you're not sleeping anymore. And then if you're using Wistia, you can have the video start from where you left off. And that's a really, really good thing. So when they come back to your sales page. My point here is that if you're using Infusionsoft, who's back here, who we use, or any of these other things, Entreport, ActiveCampaign, you can communicate with people based on the behaviors that they have had. These are the ones we use mostly. If they open, they didn't click, if they watch a certain percentage of the video, but there's a whole bunch of other things you can do. You want to be communicating with people based on the actions they've taken. That way your communications are relevant. And the most important one is they bought X. Have them go on a post-purchase automation sequence that cross-sells them Y with content. You must have separate post-purchase automation sequences and have all the things I told you about, selfie requests, incentivized video review, et cetera, on there. You can get my slides at smartmarketer.com/convert. smartmarketer.com/convert. I'd be happy to answer some questions. I got 5. Oh, there's some stuff I want to tell you about, actually. I'm not going to answer any questions. I got some stuff to say here. This stuff's good. I didn't get it in my slides. I was thinking about this last night. Okay. Who here works like 40 hours a week? Raise your hand. No, seriously, do you work 40 hours a week? Or more? Or more? Okay. Who here works, half the room works less than 40 hours a week? Seriously? That's pretty sweet. I really like what I do, so I work about 40, but I enjoy it. Here's my point. What I see happening is people burning themselves out. Do the things that you want now. Hustle, grind, burn yourself into the ground, work 15 hours a day. Terrible advice. You will get that advice from celebrity entrepreneurs that you need to be like working until your eyes bleed. I could not disagree with that more. You will burn yourself out. What we're doing here is we're planting seeds. We're not spear fishing. We're planting seeds. We're watering them. We're growing mango trees. Those mango trees are fruiting for generations. We want sustainable growth, which means taking care of yourself. I remember when we first started to make it. Symbolism. Taking care of yourself even with symbolism. We first started making, when I was young, I didn't have any money. I grew up on I had hand-me-down clothes, ate the school lunches. We weren't rich, you know? And I'd go to my friends' houses, and they'd have I equated being rich with you open up their fridge and they got Lunchables. I would never eat a Lunchable now, but they had Lunchables and they had soda cans and juice boxes, and I was like, man, if I make it one day, I'm gonna have Lunchables and soda boxes and juice cans and whatnot. So when we first started to make it, I don't drink soda, but I'd go to the store and I'd buy these little cans of sparkling water, and I'd fill my fridge with sparkling water. So when I opened the fridge, I'd be like, oh, I've made it, So if it's for you, if you're getting a massage, whatever it is for you that's going to have you enjoy yourself now, that is the key to being able to consistently produce. If you're just burning yourself into the ground, if you've got no time for your relationships, if you've got no time, to spend with your partner and stuff like that, you're going to be miserable and you're not going to do well. So I prioritize my relationship with my wife. It's my most important thing in my life. It's why we run a virtual team, so we can, take a bath when we want. You know what I mean? We do everything virtual because our most important thing to us is our relationship, and that comes above all else. And so whatever is important to you, do that stuff. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Move your ass. Move your body. It's that simple, Just get up, take a walk every 15, 20 minutes or whatever. Take a 15 or 20 minute walk once a day. Invest in people. This has been a big learning lesson. I took a lot from Clay. Clay came and spoke at my event. I'm going to send him the video. It was the best speech I've ever seen. I have seen a lot of speeches. The dude, it was man, the charisma, the energy. He was having fun, and the shit he was saying, pardon my language, was phenomenal. And at that time, I think we only had 6 people. And now we're just right up around 20, and we use some outsourcers to scale. And so that speech really affected me. He was talking about the difference between a biz and a business, and I've gone the route of hiring all of my best friends and family and cousins and brothers and stuff like that. Everyone says don't hire your family. I say don't hire your family if you suck at communication. Hire your family if you're willing to communicate, you know what I mean? So what I do, I take a different approach. I invest in my team. I bring them up. I have them become experts in their roles. I talk to them 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week when they first come on. I give them courses to go through. I have them take notes and tell me about what they're doing. I put my time and energy into them so that they become experts in their field. And the thing is, people are like, yeah, I tried to hire a VA and they sucked. Well, it's like, dude, you didn't invest in them or do that. So the key is when you're buying help, and by the way, the key to scale is buying help effectively. So when you're buying help, your help gets better over time. The 40 hours they work this week is worth 80 hours 3 months from now because you've put more energy into them. Your job is to hold them accountable for doing what they need to do and hold the vision of the company, not to be doing operations. You should get out of operations. And this was the big leap I've had to make over the last couple of years. I am a great operator, and so I think I can do stuff better than everyone, which I can't, by the way. Everyone's significantly better than I am at their roles, you know? So invest in people, bring them up, enjoy yourself now. The cross-sell is clean, dynamic back-end marketing sequences so you can spend more on your front-end customers. Enjoy yourself, have a good time. Spend time with the people you love. At the end of it, success is a much more popular but less fulfilling game than having fun. Everyone's chasing success and they're miserable. It's like, dude, why don't you chase some intimacy and some connection and some fun and things that are going to fulfill you, and then you will get success. So if you're finding yourself feeling unfulfilled and you have success, invest in intimacy, because what we really want as people is intimacy and fulfillment and connection to other people. And you will find that to be true, and that's the end of my talk.
Meet Mike. Mike's stuck growing his service business. Mike's already wasted too much money and time with failed results. Mike has more cash to invest than time to waste. Mike really values his time. Mike knows marketing is an investment and not an expense. Mike's business has a proven LCV, lifetime customer value, between $5,000 to $1 million. Meet Bob. Bob is also stuck growing his service business, but Bob first needs to achieve a better product market fit which is aligned and in high demand with his target audience. Hi, my name is Ron Orr, and I am your solution to being stuck. I can help you refine your positioning in the market. I can help you refine your elevator pitch. I can help you refine your explainer video. I can help you refine your SEO keyword headlines. I'll help you achieve your 10 times growth mindset. We'll focus on measurable results with my proven formulas. 2 times traffic, 2 times leads, 2 times conversions, 2 times retention, 2 times frequency, 2 times traction, 2 times LCV, 2 times ROI. My skill set, which will scale your business, is A/B split tests, growth hacking, SEO, search engine optimization, the build, measure, feedback loop, optimizing big data, data-driven decisions, reverse engineering your LCV with math. Let's grow our ROIs together. What are you waiting for? Contact Ron Orr today, www.ronorr.com. Because your biggest expense isn't marketing, it's opportunity cost. You don't have the time to keep finding out that you don't know what you don't know.